Today I am going to handle Navy Bayes classifier. What are the learning objective of Navy Bayes classifier? Understand the concept of Navy Bayes analysis as a classification technique. Learn how the Navy Bayes model works. Use the Navy Bayes technique in different situations. Know the many advantage and disadvantage of Navy Bayes analysis. We'll see Bayesian classification. Why it is required? It's a statistical classifier, performs probabilistic prediction, that is, predicts class membership probabilities. Foundation for Navy Bayes classifier is based on Bayes theorem, and the performance of the Navy Bayes classifier is a simple Bayesian classifier. A Navy Bayesian classifier has comparable performance with decision tree and a selected neural network classifier. Thus, we are going for Navy Bayes classifier. It outperforms with compared to decision tree and neural network classifier. Navy Bayes NB technique is a supervised learning technique that uses probability theory based analysis. It is a machine learning technique that computes the probability of an instance belonging to each one of many target classes given the prior probability of a classification using individual factors. We'll see some of the applications of Navy Bayes classifier. They are, if a document is given, it is going to categorize the news into business, technology, entertainment, IPL and India. Similarly, if emails are given, it is going to segregate as a spam and a not spam. And similarly, if an image is given, it is going to recognize the faces. Similarly, another application is sentimental analysis. Next, Navy Bayes algorithm is also used in medical diagnosis, whether a particular person is going to get a cancer or not. Next, similarly, it is going to find digit recognition. Next application is weather prediction. You are going to determine whether tomorrow rain is going to happen or not. Prediction based on Bayes theorem. As I said, Navy Bayes theorem is based on Bayes theorem. We'll see what is Bayes theorem. Given a training data X, posterior probability of an hypothesis H, that is probability of H by X, follows the Bayes theorem. Posterior probability is equal to likelihood of probability into prior probability by evidence of. Practically, it is difficult, that is, it requires initial knowledge of many probability involving significant computational cost. Navy Bayes is a conditional probability model for classification purpose. The goal is to find a way to predict the class variable y using a vector of independent variable x, that is, f is equal to x tends to y. In probability terms, the goal is to find probability of y by x, that is, probability of y belonging to a certain class x. Y is a categorical variable with two or more discrete values. Given an instance to be classified represented by a vector x is equal to x1, x2, xn, representing n features or n attributes, they are independent attributes. The Navy Bayes model assigns to an instance probability of belonging to any of the k class, the class k with the highest posterior probability is the label assigned to the instance. The posterior probability of belonging to a class k is calculated as a function of prior probability and the current likelihood value as shown in the equation. Posterior probability is equal to prior into likelihood by evidence.